video review of the Nerf DartTag Quick 16. I just got home from Toys R Us. I went on the Target and Walmart websites and could not find this particular blaster on there, so I'm not sure if this is only in Toys R Us for now or if it's only going to be there permanently, but I picked mine up at Toys R Us for $25 US. First impressions of this blaster are very nice. I really enjoy the feel of it, the kind of new look they're pulling. This is going away from the linear looking in-strike blasters more to a curvy, within the shell even, it's just more curvy, and this is the DartTag series. I really also like how Nerf is now guiding towards tagger darts rather than streamlines. Having a tagger dart go through a clip or magazine, internal magazine, is really cool. The problem with old streamlines is that their heads were messed up and they couldn't fly as accurately as their taggers and their sonic darts and pretty much every other dart. And I would only use the streamlines so I could have clips. They fixed that problem, so I don't really have to use streamlines anymore, so that's really great. This package includes the Quick 16 blaster without any form of stock, the manual, and this is the box it came in. It also came with, I believe, 16 of these tagger darts. They look a little bit like their Spider-Man series with the white tagger, the white Velcro. These seem to be just like any other taggers. I have not compared them directly side to side, but I like the little white heads. They look pretty cool. Anyways, onto the blaster. I'm going to go over the function of it real quick. It looks very much like the Raider, and it performs very much like the Raider in the way it's operated. You prime the handle back, and then push it forward to fire, and it also has slam fire mode when you hold down the trigger, and then the trigger is disengaged, or the catch is disengaged every time the priming handle moves all the way to the forward position, just like the Raider. That slam fire helps if you want to spray a lot of darts very quickly, but it's not as accurate just because it's almost impossible to keep the blaster perfectly steady while you're doing that. As opposed to pulling a trigger, you can have everything steady and you're only moving this finger so it doesn't shake. While I'm comparing it to the Raider, I'll just do a side by side. This Raider happens to be painted, just ignore that. That obviously does not change the size of the body. So if you can see, the Quick 16 is significantly wider and thicker than the Raider. It's about the same dimensions though. The grip is also a little bit beefier. I am surprised that they changed the compatibility with the in-strike stocks. I'm actually quite upset about this. It might be due to internal stuff. I have not actually opened this blaster, but a Raider stock or any in-strike stock will not fit on this blaster, and it does not have the in-strike rails all over. So because of those two things, I think they're really just trying to push out a completely separate line than the in-strike stuff. So, basic operation again. You prime it with this handle just like the Raider, but to load, you don't put in a clip or anything. It has an internal loading magazine, or I don't know if they call it a clip, whatever. And you just push darts into the top. And what's cool about the loading mechanism is that you can load darts whenever the breech is closed. So if you have your blaster primed and now there's a dart chambered, and you're in a standoff, you don't want to fire first or whatever, and you can continue to load while you're still primed and ready to go. The in-strike guns, you would actually have to pull out your clip or magazine, and then you're kind of out of ammo. And if someone rushes you, you have to be quick about putting your clip back in. So I am happy about the internal magazine, but it is kind of slow to load. I suppose it is quicker than taking out a clip and reloading it, but you don't have the possibility of having a second clip on your waist or in a pocket or anything. And to clear a jam, or at least to open up the access door, you have to prime the blaster back and then get your finger and just pull into the jam door and pull it back. You can see some of the internal mechanism from here, and I can actually pull out or move the front dart that is loaded near the chamber. It's not technically loaded right now. Overall, I'm very happy with the comfort of this blaster. It is a little bit beefier than the Raider. It's not significantly heavier. It is a little bit heavier, but it's a Nerf gun. It's made out of pure plastic, so it doesn't really matter about weight. I am happy with this clip location. I kind of assumed in the pictures that it would get annoying, but I have kind of turned walls and moved it around and shot this quite a few times, and it hasn't actually gotten in the way. The Raider drum is much more intrusive to my sight, and if you wanted to go around a corner for whatever reason, I really think they were guided towards shooting other people with these rather than they always advertise targets with the in-strike guns. I'm also really happy with the paint job. It's very clean. I usually whine about the paint job in other blasters because their machines don't paint perfectly. It seems like a lot of these different colored things are different pieces, so I think they painted them before assembly, so it's all extremely clean. I really like the yellow, but I was kind of hoping, and it looked like all of this other color was black in the pictures that I saw, but it's actually a very dark gray. I kind of think I would have liked black more, and then it could have been Bumblebee from Transformers. but I am happy with how it turned out. So now I'm going to shoot it for you. Alright, so here's the range test. I am using the included tagger darts. I've already managed to lose a few and I don't want to taint the range test by using worn out or used darts, so I'm just going to stick to these. And also a close-up on the loading. If you are buying one of these, I suggest not pushing in the dart with a single finger. You might want to push in on both sides, and that helps feed a little bit better. So I'm going to shoot off a few rounds. I'm not actually sure how many I have in here, but it's more than 10. And the first few slow, and then I'm going to slam fire. There we go. Also, please notice that my gun barrel was actually about a foot over the start of my tape measure, so subtract a foot from all of these darts. The yellow thing you see is my tape measure. I'm not going to acknowledge every one, but the first one was at 20 feet. There's a pretty steady grouping here, and then this is the furthest one at 33 feet. So as you can see, the range of this blaster is right along the lines of all of the other Nerf blasters. They are pretty much all the same range-wise. Some of them shoot a little further, and the Raider was kind of dumbed down, but this seems pretty nice. So that concludes my review of the Nerf DartTag Quick 16. I will be modifying this pretty soon, so watch out for my mod video, and I think I'm going to be making a tutorial regarding this blaster.